Hello, welcome to Yoga with Weight. And today we're going to be taking some yoga postures or poses and adding some light weight training to them. So if you are newer to yoga or you've never done weights before, I want you to do this practice without weight first. Make sure that your form is good before you add the weights back in, because if you don't have good form without the weights will not magically make you have good form. So you want to make sure that form is everything. You've got that down before you add in your weights. Now, I'm going to largely demo here with a set of 2-pound hand weights that you can combine together to make 4 pounds. And I'll be using primarily 2 5-pound hand weights that you can also combine together to make 10 pounds as appropriate. Now, I've also got another weight over here that is an actual 10-pound weight. And that is because on one of the exercises we're going to be doing with a row, it's easier for me to grip one weight than 2 weights together. I'm a short person. I've got little hands. So holding that 10-pound weight is just a little bit better for me. Always do what's good for you. You don't have to combine weights to make them heavier. That's just how I'm going to demo that one. So that being said, I've also got a couple blocks here. You may or may not need them. Some of them are going to be for stability, maybe when we come into triangle, but I'm also going to show you how you can use them as a little bench for a row. That's what they're primarily going to be used for. Other than that, let's kind of come into the practice here. And as you settle in, we're going to talk about abundance. So this is one of my favorite times of year. This is when I feel most abundant. The family's coming, great food, lots of parties, lots of friends. And so I just really, really love this season. So I'm going to do one on abundance. But you can always set your intention as you need it. And then let's take the fingers to the side, palms turning up. Inhale, reach, 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 reach. Let's look overhead. Reach up so much that you feel the side of the body elongate a little bit here. Turning palms away, grow taller from crown to tail. Let's take that again. Palms turning up. Inhale, reach, 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 reach. Maybe looking up there. Yes. Good. We'll separate. Inhale, exhale, just get a nice side bend. And where you need to take it. So it might be here. It might be towards the back. It might be a little C-curve roll. Maybe a hold isn't for you today. Maybe you just need to open and close. Find what feels good to your body. Move with that breath. Good. And then once you're ready, moving through center, taking that right into the other side again. You can find a static hold somewhere that suits you, or you can do some kind of a movement here. I like this full range of motion movement here sometimes. I feel like it gets into all the places. Even my supporting shoulder, sometimes when I'm opening up, it'll give it a little bit of a stretch that I really like. Good. And then from here, coming back up, big inhale. Let's get a gentle rotation. I'm going to my left first, rolling shoulders back, looking a little bit more behind you. Remember, you always want to try to twist from length, not from a slump, which is compression. That's especially important if you've got osteoporosis or some kind of low back issue. Twisting from length will always be helpful. And then we'll come up, move through center, other side, arms come down, rolling shoulders back, looking behind you. Breathe and expand. And when you're ready, we'll come up and come back to center. Good. Get a little motion here. So I'm going to do a spinal roll. Maybe a spinal roll is not good for you today. Maybe it's a neck roll or a shoulder roll that would feel better to you. And then if you took some other kind of movement, could you reverse that movement? Good. Remember, in a spinal roll, you're also getting the hips and the pelvis in it. Good. And then when you're ready, let's come to all fours. Let's take a child's pose. A child's pose. Now, I'm going to bring in my blanket here today for a little bit of knee cushion. Always take care of your joints as needed, whether that's your knees, your wrists, your hips, get what you need. And then from here, good. I'm just going to move forward and back a couple times just to kind of loosen up. It's a cold day here in Kentucky. Good. And then from once you're ready, find that nice child's pose. Knees can be together as wide as the mat, somewhere in between. Good. You can take your arms long in front of you or hands back by the ankles if shoulders don't want that just yet. But making an active child's pose here. We're zipping up from the pubic bone behind the navel. We're expanding that rib cage on the inhale. You're to reconnect with your intention. So the first thing on abundance I'm going to give you is a question. A question. And that question is, what does abundance mean to you? What does abundance mean to you? Does that mean having more money, having enough money? Does that mean lots of love, friendship, companionship? Does that mean success? Maybe in your job or maybe just in general? Does it mean a big house? Does it mean a house versus an apartment? What does abundance mean to you? For me, it's all those things. And then from here, once you're ready, good, we'll come back up. Good. Now from here, just take a few moments and just take a few rounds of some nice tactile. Oh, that feels so good. To my upper back right here. Good. And just move in the way that your body needs you to move. Just preparing the body for some bigger, deeper work. Moving with the breath, always moving with intention. So I do have a little bit of a foggy throat. It got cold quick here after it was warm. So my voice is coming in and out. I've got a nice adaptogenic tea here. If you have never had a mocha flavored mushroom tea, it does not sound very good, but I promise you it is. It will rock your world. Try some. All right. So from here, let's find our first downward facing dog. So if you're shorter, you can stay where you are. If you're taller, take a half a hands width or full hands width forward. We'll tuck the toes. We'll shift back. I'm pressing in and forward into my mat as I lift my knees, lift my hips. I'm spreading the fingers wide. I'm rooting through the knuckles of pinky, pointer, and thumb. Elbows are turning towards the ceiling as best as they can. Shoulders are away from the ears. I'm pressing into big toe, pinky toe mounds. And I'm just going to go into a walking the dog here. Bending one knee as I press through the other heel. My head and neck is free. And I'm trying to keep my hips even here. I'm trying not to shift the hips as I move from side to side. Now, if it would feel good to you to slow this down and kind of hold it a little bit on one side and then take that into the other, you can. I think that feels lovely. It is actually producing a little bit of a stretch in the center part of my foot, which I am also loving right now. Good. And then from here, we'll find stillness if you took movement. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk the hands back towards the feet, get into all four corners of the feet. Let your hands and arms and head just go where they need to go. It doesn't matter if you touch the floor or not. Just let everything hang. Keep a little micro bend in the knee always. Big breath. Now from here, I'm going to inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. So if you've got a back issue or you're tight on the backside, you're probably still going to have a little bit of a bend in the knee, but you can flatten that spine and belly button is in. Can't touch the floor, come to shins or thighs. Exhale, we'll bend the knees and we'll fold. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway, nice long spine. Exhale, bend the knees and we'll fold. Now walk the hands back forward, finding your downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway, coming to block, shins, floor, thighs, wherever you need to be. Exhale, and we'll fold. Inhale, root into the feet, get in the glutes, put all the pressure into the leg. No pressure into the back as you rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Finding the breath, your mountain, your intention. So I asked you what abundance means to you. Now that you know what that is, do you choose abundance? I choose abundance. I hope you choose abundance too. We are all worthy. There is enough abundance for everyone on this earth. Inhale and we'll reach. Exhale, bend those knees as we come down. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale and we'll bow. Inhale, step the feet back, find your plank. Knees lifted or grounded. Good. Push that floor away from you. You know, an abundance doesn't have to be some material possessions either. It can be health. We all need an abundance of health. Mental health, physical health, emotional health. We all need that. Good. Lowering those knees. And move these out of the way here. Good. Elbows turn forward. Good. Elbows bend back, raising the body. Try not to collapse the shoulders as you lower down. Hands can come a little bit forward, rolling shoulders back, legs hip width apart, belly button, and inhale. Find a baby cobra, medium cobra, or a high cobra. And we'll lower that back down. Good. And then from here, in the way that's best for your body, find your downward facing dog. Get there, move there, how you need to get there. From your downward facing dog, inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll fold. Inhale, root through the feet. Long spine, long spine. Coming up. Exhale, hands to heart center. So remember, I always say engage the legs. When you engage the leg, core connection is easy to maintain. You take pressure out of your back. Okay, make the legs take the load. Big inhale and we reach. Exhale, bend the knees as we fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, plant the hands. Step or hop back to your plank. Now you choose, take a modified plank. Yes, you can take a modified plank. A modified flow if you need it. Or a full flow. Practice smartly. Practice with intention. Practice with good form. From your down dog when you're ready. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll bow. Inhale, root through the feet, engage the glutes, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to do one more of those, make sure that we're nice and warm. Inhale and reach. Exhale and fold. Bending the knees as needed. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, and we'll fold. Inhale, step or hop back to plank. Find your good foundation, and then you choose. Find your flow as needed. From your downward facing dog when you're ready, let's lift that left leg, 3-point, bend that knee. Let's open and close. It's getting into the hip a little bit. Open and close. Shoulders are stable. They're away from the ears. My gaze is to my right foot. My belly button stays in to protect the back. Good. And then I'm going to take that knee and hip back even to the floor. If you can round the spine If that's not possible, move forward, step or pick up and put that left foot forward between the hands. So I'm gonna rock or reach is a better way to say that. That right knee, right leg behind me and lower down. And for a moment, I'm just gonna get this nice stretch here in the hip flexor. Belly button is in. You can obviously bring in blocks here. Yeah. And we're gonna go to our first weight challenge. So we're gonna go into a French press, So you choose, is it gonna be one weight? Is it gonna be a lightweight? Is it gonna be two lightweight, 2 5-pounders, which is what I'm gonna use here since I'm using both of my hands. Good. You know, choose it how you need to. Find your grip. Good. So we're gonna start up high. Elbows are gonna be in. Belly button is in. Front hip is back slightly. Bending from the elbows. We're gonna press. 5, 4, all the way through. 3, 2, and 1. Now, we started up here for the first 5. Now we're going to start down here for the last 5. So we're going to have 10 total. So now from the bottom, we're going to go 5, 4, belly button stays in, breathe. Exhale 3, exhale 2, exhale 1. Good. Bring those weights down in front of you. Lean forward to release. Right hand comes to the floor to a block. Take a twist to the left. Now, if you're ready and you want to go there, you can turn the palm behind you. Keep going and opening up. Open and twist from a long torso. Keep that left knee forward. Don't let it fall out to the side. And then we'll release. We'll take that down. Tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, front foot steps back. You choose, take or skip a flow. I'm going to skip this one. I'm actually going to get a drink of my tea here. All right. So from your down dog, we're going to do that on the other side. We're going to change up the arms though. So right leg's going to lift 3 points, bending that knee. Just going to open and close. Gaze to the left foot. Shoulders are down, away from the ears. Belly button is in. Good. So I asked you what abundance means to you. I asked you to hold that thought. I choose abundance. What about I am worthy of abundance? I am worthy of abundance. We are all worthy. Hip and knee are going to come back towards the floor. Good. And the way that's best for your body, step that right foot forward between the hands. Good. Find your length. And then you can reach that left leg long behind you. Knee's going to come down. And just for a moment, just find your bearings. Find your balance a little bit. Find that hip flexor opener. Belly button is in. Now from here, when you're ready, good. I'm going to pick up my 5-pound weights again. You pick up whatever weight that you need, whatever weight that you have. We're going to take this into a bicep curl. So I'm going to turn my palms forward. Some of you are going to keep your arms down low and curl here. If you're using a lighter weight and you're feeling, well, I'm stronger than that, that feels kind of wimpy, you can make this harder, obviously, by increasing your weight. But if you lift your elbows up higher, not exceeding shoulder height, you also add a lot more challenge here. So find your challenge where you need it. Good. We'll start off with 5, 4. Really exhale and engage on the lift. 3. Fully extend if you can. 2. And 1. Hold it here. Hammer curl. Palms are going to face each other now. Now we're going to reverse that from here. And we're going to take it down for 5, 4, 3. You're worthy of abundance. You're worthy of this strength. I think this might be 2. And 1. Good. I'm going to lean forward a little bit here to release my weight. Left hand's going to come to the floor or to a block, opening up to the right for a twist. And those of you that haven't want to go there, you can turn your palm behind you, wrap, and open that shoulder. Good. Keep this right knee in. Try not to let it kind of fall out here. The whole foot is on the floor. And when you're ready, we'll release and take that back down. Good. From here, tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, front foot steps back, take or skip a flow of your choice. And once you're ready from your downward facing dog, we're going to repeat that again. We'll leave out the twist, but we're going to do a high lunge this time instead of a low lunge. So left leg's going to lift 3 points, bending that knee. Let's open and close. Good. And then once you're ready, in the way that's best for you to get there, left foot's going to come up between the hands. Now, before you move, find your stability. Good. We don't pick up our weights until we're stable. And then once you're ready, pick up the weights of your choice. We're going to go back to that front press. And then knowing you can also ground that knee if that's where you are in your practice today. But I'm going to gently come up. Legs are on parallel railroad tracks here. Good. Just checking my form. Good. And now that I know that my legs are in good form here, I'm going to take my weights together. I'm going to lift up. And here we go. Elbows are in. Front press. Go down. 5, 4, 3, 2. Look straight ahead. And 1. Good. So now we'll start from the lower part. And here we go. Last 5 for 10 total. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We'll take those weights to the chest. Lean forward, release the weight, plant the hands, front foot steps back, take or skip a flow. Find your down dog, child's pose available to you at any time. You can get rid of your weights or power down or power up at any time. Make it your practice. From down dog, right leg's gonna lift 3 points, bending that knee. We're gonna open and close. And our shoulders are down. Gaze is to the left foot here. Belly button is in here. Remember, we choose abundance. We are worthy of abundance. And then from here, in the way that you need to get there, take that right foot forward. Find your balance. Find the stability. If you don't have that first, picking up your weights is not going to be a good idea. You'll fall over. Good. So once you're stable, grab your weight. Slowly make your way up to your high lunge. Good. And then here is our bicep curl. So again, you can keep your arms low, which is what I'm going to do. You can lift them up if you need more challenge. And here we go. So 1, 2, 3. Use your abs. Really engage as you lift. 4 and 5. Good. Now, starting from the top, palms face each other. Little hammer curl challenge. And we'll go down and lift 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. We're right at the chest. Lean forward. Release your weight. Plant your hands. Front foot steps back. Take or skip a flow. All right. Let's take a moment here from your downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, little fold. Inhale, root through the feet, engage those glutes, drive. Exhale, hands in the heart center. Finding your breath, your mountain, your intention. All right. So if we're worthy of abundance, we choose abundance. Then we welcome abundance. So I welcome abundance, all forms of abundance into my life. Now, as promised, I'm going to show you how to make your blocks into a bench. If you don't have, you can always use one block here. If you don't have something to use kind of like as a bench or like whatever, just kind of be mindful because you're going to be like this and you're not going to have the stability to have a hand on. So this is one we're going to do some rows. We're going to pull straight back. So for most of you on this one, you're going to double up some weights. So it might be 2 light weights, might be 2 of your heavier weights. Since we're doing this one side at a time, this is where I'm going to come to my single 10-pound weight versus 2-5 because it's just easier on my grip. But I'm going to take my feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. My knees are going to be bent here. My back is going to be long. My belly button is going to be in. I've built this little bench with my blocks here, and you can always adjust the height as needed. So I'm going to take my left hand on this top block for support. Good. And I've got my right hand with the weight. Now what I'm going to do here, my belly button is in. I'm going to pull this elbow straight back. I'm squeezing that shoulder blade. I'm wrapping that shoulder blade. I'm trying to get it to touch my spine. Okay. This is kind of armpit area work. And then we'll release. This works right along that bra line. This is a single arm lat row. And we've got 3, 4. Take a break here. Keep going with me. 5, 6. Take a break or go with me. 7, 8. Take a break or go with me. We're going to go to 10. Here's 9 and 10. Good. From here, kind of do a little squat. Press through the heels and the glutes and coming up. We'll switch sides with the hands. So from here, let's do like this. Over here. Good. So my feet are a little bit wider than hip width apart. I'm going to keep my knees bent. My weight is in my left hand. My right hand is going to be on my makeshift bench. My back is long. Belly button is in. And here we go. We're going to pull elbow straight back. Elbow is in. It's not to the side. Try to graze the body. And 2. Exhale, 3. Exhale, 4. Take a break or keep going with me. Here's 5. Here's 6. Take a break or go with me. 7. 8. Take a break or keep going with me. Here's 9. And 10. We got this. Good. And take that up. Okay. From here, we're going to take a break. We're going to do a little bit of yoga. We're going to give ourselves a little bit of a weight break. So I'm just going to set this weight down, squat to do that, squat to pick up your blocks if you kind of move them in the center part of your space. If you know that you're going to use a block for a triangle or a modified pyramid position, then I would have them in position as needed. So from here, we're going to step back into warrior 2. So I'm going to step my right foot back. I'm going to warrior press. Good. And find my good warrior 2 form. So I've got about a 45-ish degree angle here from the hip. Knee and toe, foot, ankle are all going in that direction. My front hip's going to come back. My hips are at a 45-ish degree angle. I'm going to leave them there as I open my chest and reach. Good. So I'm building up a little heat here. I'm feeling a little glow coming on. Could be the weight. Could also be I've got a heater blowing on me. Reach. Strong through the edges of the feet. Lengthen that front leg if you don't have this back edge engaged. with a bent front knee or a lengthened front leg. Try not to shift the hips as you reach back, exalted. Reach for the sky, reach for that abundance. Inhale, exhale, finding your warrior two. We'll lengthen that front leg, going into triangle here. Front hip comes back hip comes forward. A little softness here. We just don't want to lock this front knee, and we'll lengthen. I'm rooting into my feet. I'm pressing into my feet from both ends. When I can come no more with that long spine, take a thigh, take a shin, take a block or the floor, maybe even a yoga toe. Outside is a little bit easier than inside. Front hip is back. Shoulders, you're working for a shoulder stack. Belly button is in. And breathe. And when you're ready, we're going to look down at that front foot. Good. I'm going to take my hand down, framing that front foot. I've got my block on the inside of the foot now because I'm only using one today. Swiveling up the back foot. Good. And then I'm going to lengthen. Your front hamstring is in charge here. So it will let you know how deep you need to come. It will let you know if it's a good or a bad idea. If you're going to fold in more, taking hands or block more forward, keeping that length. Back heel is not grounded. I'm still on parallel railroad tracks here. And then from here, if you took your block, your hands more forward, we'll bring them back in. Lift, put a bend in that front knee, plant the hands, front foot steps back, take or skip a flow. Good. From your downward facing dog, when you're there, inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway, nice long back. Exhale, low bow. Inhale, root through the feet, engage the glutes, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Finding your breath, your mountain, the intention. Abundance. All right, let's take that to the other side. So from here, good. I'm going to step back now. My right leg's going to be the front. The left one's going to be the one that I step back. Once I step it back, I'm going to warrior prep it back there. Good. Find the alignment that suits you today on the side. My front hip's going to come back hip will come forward. And then I'll take the chest without moving the hips and reach. Good. So we want more abundance usually. What about appreciating the abundance that we already have? I appreciate the abundance that I already have. Just back to gratitude and thankfulness. Good. Now with a bent front knee or a lengthened front leg, take that back, find your exalted. Reach up there, reach for that abundance. Do a little bit of a side opening here. Inhale, exhale, finding your warrior two. Let's lengthen that front leg. Let's find triangle. Front hip's going to come back hip's going to come forward. Rooting in, lengthen, 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 lengthen. When you can come no more, take a thigh, take a shin, take a block, take the floor. I don't think I need the block on this side today. And we'll open up. And reaching. Good. So we're opening up the hips a little bit gradually for this next round of a weight exercise we're going to do, because your hamstrings will just like you better if they're a little bit more open before we do that one. So then from here, once you're ready, looking down at that front foot, putting a bend in that front knee, swiveling up the back foot. Now with or without your block, you're going to be on the inside. Lengthen that front leg, find your pyramid variation. I'm pressing back through that back heel. It's not grounded. So again, your front hamstring is in charge. So it's going to let you know if you stay right here, if you take hands or block a little bit more forward and fold in. You want a long spine here if you're folding in. And then if you went forward, good, we'll come back. We'll put a bend in that front knee, planting the hands, front foot steps back. You choose, take or skip a flow. From downward facing dog when you're ready. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, we'll bow. Inhale, root through the feet, engage the glutes, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Finding breath, mountain intention. Appreciating the abundance that we already have. And once you're ready, all right. So here's kind of the finale, if you will, the hardest part, I think. But we're going to do this in steps. So I'm going to come back and build up my bench here, because for some of you, you'll need that a little bit for stability. Some of you won't. So this is where I'm going to get my single 10-pound weight here, because this is going to be a single side exercise. But if you've got bigger hands, you can always double up. So I'm going to show you this on this side first. So this is going to be, we're going into a version of a deadlift. Some of you are going to keep both feet on the ground. Some of you are going to follow me and do a single leg deadlift, which is kind of like a warrior three variation. So for some of you, if you're holding one weight, you can hold the side here. You can also hold it kind of like this. If you're using two weights, just kind of hold them. And the best way that's stable for your hands, your feet are going to be slightly wider than hip width apart. Good. And then you're going to start coming down here. Hips are going to come behind the ankles a little bit. Knees are going to be bent. You're going to root from hip to heel. You're going to engage those glutes, long spine as you come back. So now your hamstrings and your butt are doing that work. So this is where some of you are going to stay. Okay. Those of you that want to try single arm, single leg, you're going to hold your weight on the right hand, because it's going to be the right leg that's going to work first. So, and I'm going to show you something here. Let me show you something else. So if you're doing both feet grounded, what you're going to do then is you're going to switch that to one hand. As you deadlift, you're going to come up in a row. So both feet are down. So it'll look like this. Okay, so you'll row that way. Those of you that are doing the single leg, good. You can just do it this way, squeezing that glute as you come up. You want to add the row. Stuff like that. Okay, so different versions for different people. We're going to try 10, try 4. If that feels okay, go to 5, 6, what have you. And then we will switch sides. So choose your challenge. It is harder than it looks. I know I make it easy, but my butt let me know that it's really challenging. So find it where you need it. And then when you're ready, both feet on the ground or one leg at a time. Find your fold. Find the deadlift only, or find the row. There's 1. 2. 3. This is my weaker side. I don't know if I'm going to make it to 10, but I'm going to try. Here's 4. Woo! Moving too fast there. Take a break. We'll go 5. 6. Take a break. Could we go 7? Good. 8. Woo! I'm going to try 9. And maybe I'll try a 10. My leg is on fire, on fire. Woo! Good. And I'm going to shake out that spleen. All right. We've got the other side. So make any adjustments that you need. Are you going to keep both feet grounded? Are you going to do one leg? Are you going to add the rows or not? Those are just options. So if you're doing a single leg, good. Weight's going to come to the left hand. It's going to come to the left leg. So here we go. Whenever you're ready. And we'll go 1. Use that glute. 2. It's okay to put this leg down in the back if you need to for the rowing part. 3, 4, take a break or keep going with me. Here's 5, 6, 7, 8. Woo, I'm feeling it. 9. I've got one more in me. Not 2 more, but 1 more. Woo! Feel that abundance of strength. Shake out that leg. We're going to come down to the floor now and stay down. I'm going to squat to release this weight. I'm going to use my lighter weights for something that we're doing to the floor. So I'm going to bring them in closer to me. And then I'm going to move my blocks out of the way. So from the top of your mat, we'll lift and exhale. Yes, the stretch is coming. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, little bow. Inhale, step or hop back to plank. You choose take or skip the last flow. And then once you're down there, to your down dog, drop those knees. And then recollect. Abundance flows to me, through me, around me. Abundance flows to me, through me, and around me. Stay in here as long as you want or need. Otherwise, we'll come up and we'll have a seat. I'm going to bring in my little folded blanket here. All right. So from here, let's go into a gentle seated side bend. I'm just going to take my light weight here on each side. Big inhale and reach. Exhale, getting that over. Getting a nice stretch here. And then other side. And coming up. Okay. So I've got my light weights. These are my little 2-pound weights. We're going to lift, open, close, and lower. Okay, so this is our shoulder work. So palms are facing down. And when you're ready, get lift shoulder height, open, close, and lower. 2, lift, open, close, lower. 3, open, close, lower. 4, open, close, lower. This also works the chest a little bit. Lift, open, close, lower. One more time. Lift, open, close, and lower. Good. We'll put those to the side. Let's take a nice wide-legged forward fold here. So take a big inhale, exhale, lean forward. When you can come no more, take those hands down. Good. Your body will let you know how deep or not deep you need to go. Toes, knees, and hips are facing the ceiling. Breathe and expand. So if abundance flows to me, through me, around me, then I am an abundance magnet. Repeat that to yourself. I am an abundance magnet. And when you're ready, we'll come back up. Good. All right. From here, let's bring in those legs. We're going to go into a little bit of ab work now. So I'm going to come off my blanket. And you can use any weights here that you want. So you can use 1, you can use 2 lighter weights, 2 heavier weights, 1 weight, whatever that you have. Because I'm using both hands, I'm going to hold both of my 5-pound weights here. But we're going to come into boat or Russian or grounded boat for a Russian twist variation. So you want to make sure that your back is long here and you're not doing this in here. So one option is you can have your feet grounded. You're going to lean back with a long spine and you're going to rotate side to side here. That's a little bit easier. If you want a little bit more challenge, good. Find a boat pose and then go the same route. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Woo! 8 on each side. Remove those weights. Hold forward. Keep a long spine if you need one. And when you're ready, in the way that's best for you, we're going to come down onto our back. Have 1 or 2 weights available, light or heavy, for one more little abdominal work that we're going to do. I'm just going to rock side to side once I come down here. My belly button is in. All right. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to grab my weight. I've got a weight in each hand. So I'm using my 5s, but you can use whatever you want. Good. Legs are going to come to the top of the ceiling. So what we're going to do here is we're going to lift up, good, and try to reach our toes. So once you're ready, belly button is in, and here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It's a version of a crunch, if you want to think about it that way. Good. Weights are going to come down. Take a leg. I'm just going to happen to do my right leg first because it's the one that bent. Get hands behind that leg. Let them travel up as high as they can go. Get a nice stretch, point and flex that foot. Maybe roll that ankle around in one direction and then in the other. Upper body is grounded here. So this should feel good after the deadlift work, regardless of the challenge with that you took. And then from here, when you're ready, good, we'll lengthen that other leg. We'll bend this knee, left hand on the outside of that thigh, and get a nice little twist towards the left, look towards the right. Breathe. So what does abundance mean to you? I choose abundance. I am worthy of abundance. We'll come back in. Good. And we'll do that to the other side. Hands behind the other leg. Travel up as high as they can go. You can stay here. You can point and flex that foot. You can keep the foot flexed. Find what feels good. I appreciate the abundance that I already have. I appreciate the abundance I already have. Abundance flows to me, through me, and around me. Good. And then from here, we'll bend that knee and we'll take that twist to the other side. I am an abundance magnet. Once you're ready, we'll come back in, bringing knees into the chest. Going into a short Savasana here. So you can let everything come long and flop open if you want, or bend in the knees. I'm going to bring my folded blanket back in for a little neck pillow. And I'll give you this final thought since we've been talking about abundance. Where my attention goes, energy flows. Where my attention goes, energy flows. So if you're constantly putting your attention on bad things, that's where your energy is going to go. So come back to appreciating the abundance that you already have putting your attention there and see what flows. And taking some deep breaths here. Choose stillness. So let the head and neck rock side to side. Maybe a little movement of the fingers and the toes. Choose stillness. We're bringing knees into the chest. Choosing to keep the upper body grounded or lifted into a full body hug. If you've got osteoporosis, stay grounded. You don't want that flexion. And then from here, if you used any props, you can move them out of the way. Legs are long in front of you, arms long behind you, full body stretch, pointing and flexing through the feet, bending and stretching through the hands, rolling wrists and ankles in one direction and the other. And once you're ready, bending in both knees, and you choose rolling over to the right or left side, the side that works best for your body in this moment, taking all the time that you need here. And when you're ready, pressing yourself up to a comfortable seat. However that looks for you. Taking a moment to notice how you feel, hopefully a little bit stronger, more abundant. Palms up, inhale, reach, 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 reach. And as you bring those palms down, stop the thumbs right at the forehead for good and true thoughts, to the lips for good and kind words, and to the heart for open and loving heart. Knowing no effort on this mat is ever wasted. No gain is ever reversed. May you be safe. May you stay well. May you find abundance in every area of your life. Namaste.